on the move on first down. Now Joe Mixon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, Mixon, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike 55, Mike 50. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey, deep middle. Let's go. Mike 50.
Throwing is Allen on third. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on third down, Allen. He wants it all for the... And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Jim. Watch the twist. Watch the route. Kill. Hey, turn it.
A second down run with Lewis. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. Here we go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, come on, no. 51's mic.
Jackson from the shotgun. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. I got it. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. Going deep here for Watkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And the clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Jackson. That's into the hands of Edwards. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The toss play to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Alert! At the Jets, 25-yard line. Hey. 4 down. Hey, check Mike 33.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Mike 49. You better breathe. You better be a threat. Watch the shift.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 7. Hey, check 19. Watch the run. Middle. Check 33. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 33. Hey, tight. Mike, check 33.
Allen now on 3rd down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film. Isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on 3rd, 4th down in these situations, and they got it to go for it.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, you want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And 2, you're expecting to pick up some blocks once he gets to the 2nd level, able to get downfield. And on that play, everything came together.
And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Go, go. 56. Mike's 56. It's going to be a long day. Tight. Long day. 36. Shift. Greystone, travel.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Switch.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, 57, Mike 57. Hey, get in the weight room. Check. Lucky.
On second down now, Mixon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Let's go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they have taken the lead. Now, he's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. From the 25 on second down, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On first down, Lewis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready? He's coming.
On second and 11 now, Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check out Humphrey. Out, 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 out. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Again, it's Mixon. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Jackson on 3rd and long. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Mixon, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You got it. You got it.
You got it. At the 14-yard line.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Brown 80. 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Set, ready. Ain't together, ain't together. Check, 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 check. Take it up. 49. Watch the run, watch the run. 49's the mark, 49's the mark.
They'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check three, check three, check three.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. 51's the mark. 50.
Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.